Guess who's back? Back again. Mikey's back. Tell a friend. Hey everybody, here with another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be taking a look at my Lego pirate ship collection. There are over 23 ships in this collection. But before I go any further, let me just say, if you like this video, any videos on the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's take a look at my massive Lego Pirates fleet after the intro coming in now. As we go through this video, I want you guys to tell me down in the comments which one of these ships is your personal favorite, which one catches your eye the most. And we're going to begin by taking a look at this Armada flagship knockoff clone, whatever you want to call it, from Enlighten. And I let my son play with this ship and I turned it into a blue coat ship. These first few are some I just let him play with. And then here's another one. This was actually sent to me by a fan of the channel a number of years ago, and I kind of turned it into a Black Pearl kind of knockoff, and this is an Enlightened ship as well. All these first couple are Enlightened, but this design here is actually pretty cool. I've always liked this ship, and it's an original design from Enlightened Brick, so you gotta give them that. As with all these ships, I've made some custom modifications to them. Even though this is kind of retired from my fleet, it's just something I let my son play with. Originally, these sails, we actually made some new ones and glued some fabric over top of the original sails. Turned out rather nice. And then this is another Enlightened ship, and this is actually a miniaturized version of the Black Seas Barracuda. And I thought this was a really cool. I took a red Sharpie to the sails where it was white, and turned it into a red coat ship. And then next up we have the Creator 3-in-1 Viking ship. Even though it's a Viking ship and not a pirate ship, it's still a nice set. And I think it looks fantastic, and as far as brick built sails go, they're some of the prettiest that I've seen, and it's a nice ship all around, and I was definitely glad to pick this set up. I wish I would have gotten a couple of more of them, to be honest, because it was a nice set, but it had a relatively short shelf life, unfortunately. And then next up we have the new little mini merchant vessel that came in El Dorado Fortress, and this is a nice remake of the original one that came in the Imperial Trading Post. And we actually have two of them because I got two of the sets, and this is one I just let my son play with, so this is like his version. He wanted it to be a green coat ship. And there it is. And then here is the original one from the Imperial Trading Post, and you can kind of see the similarities and differences between the two. And they're both nice little ships. Glad to have them in the collection, that's for sure. And next up we have the Creator 3-in-1 pirate ship, and I did some modifications to this, put some different sails on it. These sails actually came with Brickbeard's Bounty, and but I like this ship. My biggest complaint was with the brick built sails originally. But the design of the ship is pretty solid, and it has a lot going for it. And you can see I made Captain Ironhook the captain, and I named my ship the Widowmaker. And here is a look at the captain's quarters. Nice captain's quarters on this set. And we actually have a second version of them. This was my son's. We need to get all the pieces rounded up and try to put this one back together one of these days. And then I have a third one, and I used it to replace my Barracuda Bay ship and put it in the spot. Did some mocking with the Creator 3-in-1 ship, and it worked out well. And next up, we have the Brick Bounty from 2015. And I actually think this is a nice little ship. I know it's kind of, we see the red and white sails, similar to the original Black Seas Barracuda quite often. But this is kind of an overlooked one, in my opinion. Really well done crow's nest, and then it has this retractable plank, and one of the best designs for attaching sails. And here I turned it into my original Captain Roger Redbeard crewed ship. And it's one of the kind of mid-sized ships in my seas, in all honesty. And there's definitely bigger ones to come. But the biggest complaint I think people can have with it is that it's not the prettiest looking one, especially with that door opening there, but it has a really nice captain's quarters. Check this out, one of the best ones. Next up is Brickbeard's Bounty, and I actually turned mine into a redcoat ship from the Pirates of the Caribbean films with fleshies and named it the Ark Royal. But we can still get a good look at it in comparison to the Brick Bounty, because those two ships are very much compare and contrasted. And you guys tell me which one you like better. And you can see all my fleshy minifigures. And there's Barbossa when he went good for a little bit there. And here's a look at this captain's quarters. Here's a look at the stern. And definitely wins that department over the Brick Bounty. But the Captain's Quarter of the Brick Bounty is definitely better, not even close. And this is the way the sails are on the Brickbeard's Bounty when compared to the Brick Bounty. Definitely better there. And then with the addition of the Crow's Nest, I think makes the Brick Bounty the better ship overall. And then the Brickbeard's Bounty came with this kind of goofy play feature for the masthead. And I had to add this in for the anchor. It didn't even come with one, so that was a little disappointing. Where this one actually came with one. Next up, we have the original Black Seas Barracuda, and I have turned mine into a blue coat ship, and this is kind of my Caribbean Clipper, if you will. And these are sails from the Imperial flagship. Again, I took a blue Sharpie to them. But this is a classic Lego ship, beautifully designed. It's what all Lego ships kind of aspire to, is the look of the original Black Seas Barracuda. But we get these blue and red coat ships so few and far between that, you know, I needed some ships for my soldiers, and because of another ship in my fleet, I was okay with this one being a blue coat ship. And next up, we have the Black Pearl from the Pirates of the Caribbean films, and this is the original set, but I've made some pretty heavy modifications to it. I put in this upper deck here because that's one of the things that drives me nuts about Lego pirate ships, when they don't have an upper and lower deck, so I wanted an upper deck. That's my biggest modification, but this is still a fantastic ship. I really like it since I've made the changes. The original version was a little on the small side, and even though this one's not super big either, it's definitely one of the more medium-sized ships, it still looks good. The Black Pearl's just such a famous ship. You gotta have the Black Pearl in your fleet. And next up, also from the Pirates of the Caribbean, we have the Queen Anne's Revenge, captained by none other than Blackbeard himself, the man that all pirates fear. And this is a very regal looking ship with these sails, but it's also very fearsome and ferocious and evil looking with all the skulls and everything. So it has a nice contrast going on. Again, this ship just has the one deck, not an upper and lower deck. I might end up changing that eventually on mine. And here's a look at the skulls and everything on it, making it look very ferocious. And I love the crew members that came with this. When I find them on Bricklink when I'm making an order, I always pick up a couple more. They're good minifigures to have around in the collection. There's Blackbeard himself and Angelica. tiny little captain's quarters. It's like a broom closet on this set. And here's the stern. Beautiful looking stern though, I gotta say. Next up is the ship the Inquisition, and I named it that. It was originally the Black Pearl by Kazi Bricks. It just resembles the Black Pearl in color and in name only. The rest of it is actually kind of inspired by the Imperial flagship, but there's definitely enough changes on it that you can't really say it's just a straight ripoff of the Imperial flagship in all honesty. But I heavily modified mine. The brick quality on this set was not good, but I did some super gluing and and made it so it is functional enough, and made it my ghost pirate crew. And it's a good, fearsome, ferocious looking ghost ship, that's for sure. So I keep it around in the collection even though it's not actually Lego. And next up we have the Imperial flagship, and this is one of those ships that everybody just loves, and rightfully so. It's a fantastic ship and a fantastic set, and I turned mine into a blue coat ship because I just think it looked better that way with the color combinations. Plus I have more blue coat soldiers, but this is definitely a white whale set for a lot of fans out there. And you can brick link it for a little bit cheaper than you might realize as we get a look at the stern on it. But it's a great ship for the collection, and again, it's an Imperial ship, and you don't see a ton of those. Here's my blue coat officers, and here's a look inside the captain's quarters. Really cool captain's quarters in this ship. And then here's on the inside, you can see there's 8 cannons in total. Really cool lower deck in this ship, that's for sure. And then next up is the Silent Mary from Pirates of the Caribbean, and this is another cool ghost pirate ship, and definitely has a unique design to it due to the lack of a lower hull, traditional lower hull. A lot of Lego fans weren't real big on it originally, but I like the different look for it, and Captain Salazar and his crew, they look great on it, and I love that it can like rear up and devour ships. It's a really cool ship. And yeah, the Silent Mary. And then next up is the Barracuda Bay ship, and this is the Black Seas Barracuda of my Lego Seas. I just love this ship. I think it is the best Lego pirate ship to date. It's the one that I will judge all others against, with the Imperial flagship being a close second. And you can see all my great pirates crew on it and everything. It's definitely one of the cooler and bigger Lego pirate ships in my Lego Seas. Just looks fantastic. It's a must-own for Lego Pirates fans. And now we'll take a look at the lower deck here. I made some small modifications to mine. The crew's quarters. And there's the door to the inn. And then here's all the cannons I could fit in it. Did get as many as I could in it. And then here's the kitchen. We liked the set so much we had to get a second one, and this is my son's version, and he turned it into his Flying Dutchman, and these are actually knockoff minifigures on it. And next up is my mock that I did called the Saint Mary, and this is the Imperial flagship at the bottom and the Silent Mary up top. I took 2 of the Silent Mary sets with the hull to the Imperial flagship, and bought these sails custom on Bricklink, and just wanted to do my own pirate ship mock with the different pieces and everything, and it turned out pretty good. But if I'm honest, I'm probably going to rebuild this thing at some point. But I would turn it into a red coat flagship. It's my warship, ship of the line, and you can see all my crew and everything on it. And here's a look at the stern of it. It was not easy combining the 2 different kind of style builds. builds. As we take a look at the hull here, and there are 8 cannons down in the hull of this. As you see, this is the Imperial flagship, and this is the Silent Mary on top. It's a crazy combination I came up with, and it works for now, but like I said, I'm probably going to rebuild it at some point in the future and try to make it look just a little bit better than it does. But here it is for now, the Saint Mary. And then last but not least is the Flying Dutchman, and this is a brick struct mod. I'll put a link in the description so you can go right to the source to build your own. He has some fantastic mocks, and this is one of the better ones. And you can order the pieces on Bricklink pretty easily, and build your own Flying Dutchman like this. And this is just a fantastic version of it. Here's the triple guns up front, and we have 8 cannons on each side, so 16 total. Call the Kraken right here. Nice attention to detail that you don't see on a lot of these Flying Dutchman mocks. And then these are all genuine Lego minifigures on it. Here's a look at the stern. Absolutely beautiful stern he designed for this mock. And it's just a fantastic ship. It's my favorite ship in my collection. Absolutely love my Flying Dutchman. Well, there it is, folks. There's a look at my massive Lego Pirates collection. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. We got everything. You want some Mikey J stuff? We got the Mikey J Productions for you. So take a chance and stop by. We'll take care of you.